Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Sunday's R4 Trucking episode number 254. And we are going to be going old school today with the Freightliner FLD from John Ruda. This is the truck that really started the stand-up sleeper craze. Back in the day, it was a 72-inch condo, so that's what we are going to be running, and we do have this dressed up like Swift Transportation. Back in the day, this was a very good company to run for, so we're going to keep the negativity down today. So we're going to think of the positives of trucking. And underneath the hood, we are going to be running a Cat 3406E. The sounds today are from Captain Creechbaum. They're the sounds that are included with this truck. And we do have a 53-foot dry van sitting on behind us. And today's load is going to be a load of guardrails, 42,000 pounds worth. And right now we are sitting here in Glendive, Montana. As you can see, we're going to be going down to Little Rock, Arkansas. And of course, we do have our 18-speed transmission. David, Randy, Paul, Bobsta, welcome today, guys. Great to see you here so early. So without any further waiting, let's go ahead and climb in the truck, get her fired up, and let's do some trucking. One thing that I also did with today's truck is I do have the speed limited to 65 miles an hour. We are not doing an external contract. I just got the speed limiter option enabled so we don't go any faster than 65 because these trucks in real life are speed limited.
Please turn around.
Oh, shut up, Google. And I hate when my shifter does that. But I love that blow-off sound, though, when we are shifting. That sounds sweet.
Keep to the left, and then turn left.
Whoa, you're a little close there, Mr. Mac. Now, on Thursday's stream, we did have some pink and white textures for the replacement of UDS. That has been fixed. So we're not going to be having any pink and white textures for the company replacement, which is called Mailway. So keep an eye out for those vehicles. They're going to be white and blue. So we got the 90s era Swift paint job on the truck. I could not find a decent image of the 90s era trailer for Swift to do a Swift trailer that would fit the era. So we're going to be in the early 2000s or so for the trailer skin today. And if you guys did not know, back in the 90s, Swift Transport did run Classic XLs. I could have done that today, but we're not. We're running the FLD. Hey, Mr. C, how's it going today? The only thing really missing from this truck from John Ruda is the regular FLD steering wheel. The steering wheel that's on here was not the one that I am used to seeing, but we're still running it because we don't have access to it. But if you go to the FLD on the workshop from Faster CGO, that one does have the proper FLD steering wheel. So, how are you guys doing this Sunday?
Keep to the right, and then take the exit on the right. At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Where are you going back there, four-wheeler?
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Alright, well, we don't have the hood, but we do have some antennas that are going to wiggle around here in the top-down view today. It's not too bad, but when I'm done streaming, I gotta go fix my mailbox. Someone actually ran into it yesterday and caused some damage, so fun, fun, fun. And I'm not sure if someone backed into it, if the mail carrier hit it, but literally the whole left side of my mailbox is dented. And now, granted, on my left side, there's two other mailboxes that sit there. And also the post was loosened up, so yeah, someone definitely ran into the mailbox yesterday. Was it somebody else? Was it the mail carrier? No idea. Oh, I used to live in Pennsylvania.
In 650 feet, turn left. To the right, and then turn right. Ooh, I see where that tornado warning is at, David, in Johnsonburg.
I have been through there numerous times. Hey, Bob.
Keep to the right, and then turn right.
Hello, Diana. Welcome to the stream. Please lose the caps. No need to shout. At the Big in Missouri blog. And again, last warning, Diana, lose the caps. You are shouting that is not needed. If you post again, I'm sorry, but I will have my moderators remove your post. And I'm going to keep saying it, that blow off though, wow. And you cannot beat a good mechanical engine from back in the day, and the 3406 was one of them. Hey Robert, how's it going today? Alright, let's follow the rule, no engine brakes. And normally I just ignore those signs, but not today.
Keep to the right, and then turn right.
Now that, how's my driving on that NFI trailer in front of us? That may be their actual number. Please, if you guys do not call that number and complain about AI traffic to them, that's for real world only. Alright, and we got, what, about 5 hours left to drive, so 4.5 is 7:15. We are probably going to be stopping by.
Exit on the right.
And I think we are going to go do a truck stop because we are going to need the go juice. Engine brakes need to go off again. How dare they? And no, those covered trucks there, tarped, do not mean a new truck is coming. Again, a game asset. Trying to be a good driver today, Big Dub. Ow, that looks like rain.
and then turn right.
Nothing coming means I'm turning on red. We should be able to get down to Cheyenne for tonight and we'll end up sleeping there. And then chances are it's going to be somewhere in, I'm going to say New Mexico, maybe even into Texas before we sleep for tomorrow. Since this load, well, not Texas, well, yeah, maybe Oklahoma, I believe is what it would be, or maybe Arkansas. I'm not sure why I said Texas. We're going to Little Rock. Yeah, this driver does not know geography. Have you guys figured that out yet? Now, back in the day when dynamic billboards were actually working, there were ones for Swift, and Swift made a post about having official liveries in the game. So that would probably be truck and trailer, but I'm not even sure what ever happened to that, because we still don't have anything in the game for Swift with the exception of mods. I think there's one for ArcBest or ABF that is official from SCS on the workshop. All right, and the truck stops of where we're going to are going to be on the south side of town. So that's where we are going. Let me just figure out here where we actually need to go. They're actually down here, so we're going to go down to here for tonight, and then we'll come back up because we are running out of drive time.
Please proceed to the highlighted route. Keep to the right, and then take the exit on the right. Keep to the left, and then turn left.
Oh, I guess the entrance was on the other end. My bad. That was totally my bad, guys. We're not blaming Swift on that one. That was all driver error. And we should have an easy park here because we are going to be sleeping right here for the night too. Hey, look at that. Sleeping popped without having to do anything. Now, if you're wondering why I am running Oklahoma plates on the truck when Swift is based out of Arizona, that's because they do have a terminal in Oklahoma City. And guess who forgot to put a front plate on his truck? Yep, yours truly. Oh, the reason they do that, Thomas, is more than likely tax reasons. They just need to have like a P.O. box or some type of small physical location in that state so they can register things in said state. And it's all to save a buck is what it is.
Keep to the left, and then take the exit on the left. exit on the right.
Hey, Gary, how's it going today? Yep, it's really a Swift truck. Old school Swift truck, FLD120. New York HUD taxes can be quite expensive also. So there are, a lot of your national carriers will pay it, no problem. But other carriers that are like around New York, so Vermont, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and whatnot, they will not run New York because of the HUD taxes. And that's probably why you don't see a whole lot of national carriers that are based in the Northeast. A lot of them are central of the United States, Indianapolis, Omaha, Lincoln, and whatnot. And you'll see a lot on the West Coast also. I did not know that, Gary. I know this was an old school paint job, and back in the day, they were a very good carrier to run with. And yeah, they've got 14,000 trucks. What you see out in the world is just a very small percentage. You're probably talking less than 0.01 of 1% of videos that get on YouTube. Yeah, and it doesn't matter what company that you drive for. There are going to be idiots at every single company. One thing that is missing, though, since we're in an FLD, is the dash rattle. I mean, that was notorious back in the day. And literally, how do you think they got the term freight shaker? And all these dash panels that we see here that have the screws in the corners and whatnot, these were basically metal panels. They were not wood. So that's, and literally, those screws would shake loose all over the place. Hello, Penny. Yeah, go ahead. Ask your question. I have no problem. See, there's a little bit of a secret. Now, this is free to use, Penny, and you will go to snowymoon.io, SNOWYMOON.io, and you will download his TAA mod. There's a couple of things that you do need to add to the game. I'm going to go ahead and pause this here and bring this up, but what you will do is I'm running DLAA, but there are other options in here like TAA, clarity, and whatnot. You can even run DLSS. Don't recommend it though. But you will then you will come into the game here. We'll go to options and we'll just go to graphics. You will disable any SES TAA. So run that disabled. And then through DLL injection, which is the files that you do need to add to your x64 folder, will allow Snowy Moon to work on the game and clear everything up dramatically. And it doesn't matter if you run AMD or NVIDIA, it works with both cards. You are welcome, and your graphics settings beyond just making sure TAA or whatever anti-alias in the game use is disabled, that will go to whatever your card is. So if you're running, just as an example, a 2070, you can probably go at medium to high settings. I'm running a 3080 and I run most everything on high on my side. The one thing I don't have turned up is mirror distance. I don't need to see 20 gazillion miles behind me, so I keep that at medium. And then what Randy just posted there, Hoosier, is what I use to adjust the colors in the game through the NVIDIA overlay settings. That does not work for AMD cards, but that will adjust your color settings in the game. So let me go ahead and pause here. Running these overlay settings. Oh geez, with a 5080 you can turn everything up then. But one thing you will see, if you look in the upper left corner, you will see I cap my game at 60 FPS, so that's me. Oh, with the overlay settings, sorry Randy, I probably used my other shortcut that I had, and I was just flipping back and forth between the overlay settings as being on and with them off. I know if I have to actually have, when zooming in, I have to actually press 2 buttons on my keyboard in order so I can talk. So, I mean, that was my mistake there. Sorry about that. Everything should have popped up on the main monitor, Randy. What the heck did I do? And I just closed the game. I hit Alt F4. Whoops. Let's go ahead and get the game launched again here. I meant to do Alt F3, which brings up the overlay settings. Man, I am a moron. That was me. A few years ago, actually. Back when Swift first started, the guy who owned Knight when they split, literally was another owner of Swift and made his own trucking company, and now they merged back again several years ago. Oh, I see there. So when I had my overlay up, you guys couldn't hear me.
Highlighted route.
Okay, that was my bad, guys. That was totally me. And I had no idea that my overlay, when that came up, that it stopped me from talking. So, yeah, that's just what I was doing, was switching back and forth between those. No, I don't. I was toggling between 1 and 2. My overlay is on 1. 2 was none of that overlay on. Yeah, either way, when I switch back and forth between those, though, depending on your monitor, you may not have seen a difference. Now, I'm running the game at 1440p. I can definitely notice it, but if you're at 1080 or whatnot on a lower or even lower resolution, all depends on how you connect. You may not see anything. So, take an example, your 49-inch monitor, Randy. Compare that to your Potato. What you see on your 49-inch looks completely different than on your Potato. Yeah, a lot of companies, back when I was driving for a company back in Pennsylvania, I was doing Walmart dedicated. And once the big national carriers came in and undercut everybody, there was no way that we could compete with them. So, yeah. Drive time left, we've got 7 hours to drive, so that puts us through to 5 o'clock. And I still haven't seen any of those Melway trucks today either. Yeah, hauling 42,000 pounds, and we get the bypasses today. Anywhere else, we would probably been pulled in. Or maybe it's the swift good luck. Yep, and heavy hauls are back in traffic. Because I haven't seen those in forever. Yeah, that was a Swift refrigerated on the other side. They normally run gray trucks. Yep, that one right there was also a Swift refrigerated. Yeah, a lot of their trucks, I mean, I don't even think I'm not even sure if gray is tied to just their reefer division, but their drive ed division, I mostly see either white or blue trucks for them. I think today's trucks are blue, but back in the day they were mostly white. I was just making sure my time was still correct. 5 hours to drive. So, yes, we are going to be stopping by 5 p.m. We're probably going to be somewhere in Kansas. I don't think we're going to get to Oklahoma today. A lot of companies will update their logos and whatnot. Think of Pepsi. Yeah, their circle is still the same. I believe their font is still the same, but the design of the logo and all that has changed numerous times over the years. And that Econoline van still looks awesome.
To the right, and then take the exit on the right. Keep to the right, and then turn right.
Sorry, AI. As long as we don't back into the guy behind us. If they're not going to move, guess what? I'm going. We've seen quite a few of them so far. I have not even been counting. No, the new back of the new Swift trailers are different. They are blue. This is a trailer that was common in the late 90s and the 2000s. Bye-bye, Smokey Bear. You're not going to get me for speeding. Oh, truck, don't you even think about turning. Yeah, bar none. I don't even think they've been swallowed up by another company, I believe, too. Maybe Swift had bought them out? I'm not sure. Yeah, along with Schneider, JB Hunt, back in the day. I mean, all three, I think Swift out of the big three there that I just mentioned, were the first ones to move to conventionals. JB Hunt and Schneider stuck with cab overs for quite a number of years afterwards. It's not until the FLD came out that they all started switching. Well, the FLD with the 72-inch condo. Let's make sure, because the FLD was, when that released, the condo was not an option. They were a flat top, or you got the able body sleeper.
Navigation resumed.
Whoa, we are right on the line, and we basically just about a fuel load of fuel. So yeah, we are pretty good, I would say. And we got our axles at about 41 feet, so we're good. Guardrails, 42,000 pounds worth. And we are going down to GARC in Little Rock. And there's a new Swift trailer there. It's kind of hard to see with them going the other way, but the back of the trailer is blue. Yeah, my favorite switch in the FLD, hopefully I don't crash, right there. That interrupt switch. The flashier trailer lights back in the day, no one does that anymore these days. But nowadays, if the truck does have an interrupt switch, it's normally right on a smart steering wheel. I'm going to give SCS the benefit of the doubt here with the new cargo system. Yeah, we're already getting new loads. There's 3 new loads coming for the heavy cargo DLC with Misery. So, and I'm going to let them get away with it. Once they get this going and whatnot, and the ability now to add loads rather easily, let's hope they can get the older ones straightened out. And I would really love them to rework the sliding tarp that we have now to a true Conestoga with Mark's trucking trip. What he had behind him was a Conestoga. That's what we should have. The sliding tarp is what we have. Yes, they have them here, but they are definitely more based on Europe than the ones here in the States. Alright, got about an hour and a half left to drive. We definitely need a truck stop or a resteria. I don't work for SES, Big Dub. I have no way of answering that. All right, I need to look and see where we need to stop at. So we can go to our garage. We're not going to a dealer, but it looks like Wichita is going to be the place. So no rest there, no rest there. So we'll have to go to our garage in Wichita, I believe, for this night, which is no big deal.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
If they do any dynamic loading or unloading for the box trailers, I think all we're going to see is maybe like a forklift going in and out a couple of times, and that's it. Containers at railroads and also the ports of dynamic loading and unloading would be extremely sweet to see.
Keep to the right, and then take the exit on the right.
They are actually, Gary. And these guys, they get the biggest contracts, of course, and more than likely they are trying to outbid each other. So, I mean, you're talking about several thousand loads over the course of a year with major American companies that need their product transported. So we're talking contracts here probably in the millions of dollars. And of course, that company wants to ship is going to go with the cheapest option. So I'm sure they're all trying to outbid each other.
Keep to the left, and then turn left.
Echo check works. Alright, give me one moment, guys, and I will be right back. Alright, and we are back, guys, and I did go ahead and sleep already. So, since we are at our terminal here, let's go ahead and get the truck fired up. And we do need to do a pre-trip for today. Hey, Zachary, how's it going? And one of these days, I still want to see a seal on the door. We've got John Ruta's FLD today, Freightliner Classic XLD mod, and the skin on the truck is part of John Ruta's, but the trailer is a part of another skin mod. I think all of their trailers can go on intermodal if they need to.
Navigation resumed.
And since I need to stop here, and I did not re-enable it and re-enable this the last time when I accidentally closed the game, we gotta get cop scouting reporting turned back on. There we go. Yes, they do have quite a few containers, actually. Yep, along with JB Hunt, and even Schneider has them. JB Hunt, for a while, that's all I seen on the road were their containers. Oh, we don't need to stop for a ticket. Oh, I guess we do. Hey Austin, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can afford that. Well, it's not me that's paying the $2. Well, technically it would be the company, but since I have to use my own money, I'm not sure if I can afford $2. We should still be right. I'm gonna guess 79,300 is where we should be about weight-wise. Nah, 4,148 million, aka $4 billion. Yeah, not hurting. Wait here until the scale is clear. Hey, I was right on the money, 79.3. Hush, Gary. No level 1 inspections for this guy today. Hey, we got a full moon out. And I'm not the only one who is hoping here with the rework cargo system here in 154 that it is a lead up to the way stations being a little more useful in the game. Well, of course, since they're buying so many of them, they're not going to dress them up, Gary. They're going to go with minimum lighting. So if we go minimum lighting, I'm going to get a good angle on this here. And try not to crash. So minimal lighting is you're going to get the 2 clearance lights in the front. You'll have 2 in the middle. And then you'll have the standard lights in the back. Now, granted, SES does not do that. There is a mod on the workshop that does do that. It's by Polyfor Studios. It's box trailer enhanced, but there are currently some issues with that mod, so that's why I am not running it. We started all the way up in Glendive, Montana. We are going to Little Rock, Arkansas. And as you can see there on the top, we still got 340 miles to go. And we need to be there by 8 o'clock tonight. Well, by, midnight Wednesday, but yeah, we'll be there way before then. Oh, is that an accident waiting to happen? Hey, way to go, four-wheeler. Just don't come in front of me. That is one heck of a sunrise over there. But it's red. And you guys know the saying, red in the morning, sailors take warning. Red at night, sailors delight. Now, the sounds that we're running today, John Ruda for this truck does use creech bomb sounds. So if you like that blow-off sound that we're hearing, the engine that I'm running is the 3406E, and it is available in Creech Bomb's Sound Mega Pack. So you may need it if you know how to add trucks to that. Very simple, so no issues with that. So you can easily add all the new trucks that SCS gets into that mod and have them all, basically. But that blow-off just sounds so realistic. Stevie has been definitely quiet today too with the times that I do have it enabled. Some days this just goes off left and right like crazy with bear reports. Yeah, so we're going to go over here to Springdale. We're going to hit I-49. We're going to run that down, and then we'll cut across the middle of the state to Little Rock. So there's a chance that we are going to be, actually we are going to go through the Bobby Hopper Tunnel, so we get an actual echo check. It's the same company, Gary. And they do have a Mexico division. All right, I'm going to try to cam around here a little bit to see if we can actually see if there are any mailway trucks here. Nope, really nothing. All right, we'll just keep an eye out still. You see what's in front of us? Yep, and I'm going to say it the wrong way because I can. Arkansas. In all seriousness, welcome to Arkansas. And we are on US 412 on the northern part of the state. A very scenic area. Especially between Springdale and Jonesboro. Oh my goodness, the scenery in there is absolutely stunning. There's one right there. I'm going to go ahead and stop. I don't care about traffic behind me. Yeah, but UDS is going bye-bye, and this is what is replacing it. Yeah, it looks like a really good company, but I do know here that MLH is probably already aware of it and is... Now, I'm not running his mod currently just because of the open beta, but I'm going to take a wild guess here. MLH will have that switch back to UPS in a jiffy. And that sign up over there, the burgers, hot dogs, sandwiches, and diners, if you remember what the old Chevy dealership signs used to look like, that's what that thing reminds me of. Yeah, Paulie's going to need to update his mod too. Coming up here in just a minute is going to be the Bobby Hopper Tunnel, so I'm going to keep in this view just because. Echo check works. Yeah, we're gonna have to run 40 east over to Little Rock, so we're more than likely gonna need the left lane here. Oh, did you see that? That four-wheeler, what are you doing? Don't be brake checking me. Thank goodness we got moved into the hammer lane. My goodness. This driver took evasive action over a very erratic AI car. We'll just leave it that way. Thank goodness we don't have a dash cam, because dash cam actually would have proved why we moved into the left lane. And nowadays, JCT, if you see any of their trucks, they're either going to have a JCT trailer on, or they're going to have a Hirschbach trailer on. Yes, ma'am, Google.
Keep to the right, and then take the exit on the right. To the left, and then turn left.
Ah, that's my brethren trucker right up there.
Keep to the left, and then turn left. In 650 feet, turn right.
This is not John Ruda horn sounds. I put the nostalgia horn in from Drive Safely. Yeah, a lot has changed, Thomas, and we are very close to the Missouri release, so that's going to be more like the end of the month, early April, when we're suspected to get it.
250 feet, turn left.
All right, where is GARC going to want this wagon at?
You have arrived at your destination.
Well, thank you, Miss Google. All right, we got a straight in back, and that's right around the corner over there. All right, we can do that. I'm gonna see, can I get through up here? I sure hope so. Apparently I can't. Now that's not a Swift fault, that's a me fault. Yeah, and so there's an invisible wall here. And of course it's not marked, so maybe I'm just trying to turn let's go this way. Yep, invisible wall. So that was my fault. I probably should have came in here and not the other way around. Still a very tight park to get into here, though. We don't have a whole lot of room in front of us. But the nice thing about an FLD is got a set back axle and it actually turns pretty decently. I'm not sure where you're getting trailer damage from. I haven't hit anything. And look out, Mama, this guy knows how to back up. Yeah, so we just made Swift $95,000. If I was an actual driver back in the day, I would maybe see $200-300 of that. Because back in the day, if you were making a quarter a mile, you were actually doing pretty good. All right, and that is all the time that I do have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the stream, make sure that you leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down because all feedback is important. If you liked what you saw and you're already not subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below and helping the channel grow. Have a great rest of your Sundays, and remember, keep that shiny side up, and I'll catch you on the flip-flop.